Welcome to solverfy.
So in this problem, calcium hydride reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So in first part of this problem, we had to write down a balanced chemical equation for this reaction. So first we write down the equation for this reaction, which is calcium hydroxide, which will be in solid form. Sorry, calcium hydride, not hydroxide, um, which reacts with water, which will be in liquid state, and it produces calcium hydroxide, which is aqueous, and it will produce hydrogen gas. So to balance the equation, we will write down each component of this reaction separately on both sides. We have calcium, hydrogen, and oxygen in this side, and we have similarly calcium, hydrogen, and oxygen in the other side. Now we will write down the number of each component we have on each side. So in this, in the reactant side, we have one calcium, we have 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogen, and we have one oxygen. And the product side, we have again one calcium, we have 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogen, and we have two oxygen. So here you can see that right now we have the number of calcium balanced on both sides and number of hydrogen balanced on both sides, but we have one oxygen in the reactant side while we have two oxygen on the product side. That means we need two oxygen in the reactant side also. And how we can do that? We can multiply this H2O by 2 to get um, two oxygen in the reactant side also. But in this in that case, we are also changing the number of hydrogen, which is now 2 times 2, 4 plus 2, 6. So we now have 6 hydrogen in the reactant side. That means we have imbalanced the number of hydrogen again. So now we have 6 hydrogen in the reactant side, but we have 4 hydrogen in the product side. That means we need 2 more hydrogen in the product side also. So if we multiply this hydrogen gas by 2, then we have 2 times 2, 4 plus 2, total 6 hydrogen. And now we have all the atoms or elements balanced on both sides. We have one calcium on each side, we have 6 hydrogen on each side, and we have 2 oxygen on each side. So this is the balanced reaction equation for this reaction. Now in the second part of this problem, we have to find out how many grams of calcium hydride are needed to form 4.5 gram of hydrogen. So in this type of problem, what we have to do is we have to convert the mass into number of moles, and from the balanced equation we can say how many moles of other reactant will be required to produce how many moles of the product. So since we are given 4.5 gram of hydrogen, we have to find out what is the number of mole of 4.5 gram hydrogen. So and the number of mole is simply the mass over molar mass. So for 4.5 gram hydrogen is 4.5 over the molar mass of hydrogen, which is A for H2, which is 2.016 gram per mole. So mass over molar mass will give us the number of mole of hydrogen for this much mass of hydrogen, and which is 2.232 mole. So this is the number of mole of hydrogen we are um, we have to find out how many so how much or how many grams of calcium hydride is needed to form this much mole of hydrogen gas. So from here we can see that 1 mole of calcium hydride can produce 2 mole of hydrogen gas, or the other way you can say that 2 mole of hydrogen gas is produced from 1 mole of calcium hydride. So we can write 2 mole hydrogen gas is produced from 1 mole calcium hydride. So from here we can see how many so for 2.234 2.232 mole hydrogen gas will be produced from 1 over 2 times this 2.232 mole of calcium hydride, which is equal to 1.116 mole calcium hydride. So this is the number of mole of calcium hydride which we require to produce this much mole of hydrogen gas, or which is 4.5 gram of hydrogen gas. So now we know the number of mole of calcium hydride we need, and from here we can find the mass of calcium hydride we need. So if we just multiply the number of mole by the molar mass of a substance, we can find the mass of that substance. So mass of calcium hydride which we need is 1.116 mole times the molar mass of calcium hydride, which is 42.1 gram per mole, and this will give us a value of 46.99 gram calcium hydride. So this is the mass of calcium hydride which we need to produce 4.5 gram of hydrogen gas.